maybe his era is kind of over, and SDY did some real good work, not just in Tier 1.5 events, but also Tier 2 events for the Monty team when he was in-game leading over there. So I'm definitely an enjoyer of that, and Rigon can pop off and look really good as well. I'm really looking forward to seeing if he can show us what he's made of today. Crims will start the game off, though. SDY will drop. Big utility, actually, in the pistol round for both teams. Fear's got the smoke, nade, and flash, and Natew got the molly and smoke alongside Poddy's double flash smoke combination.
Yeah, that makes you a little bit claustrophobic though, right? Because you know there was people in towards lower, so now you're really afraid of not being caught off guard while you're setting up that execution. The E2 will still come through, and Crims will be the first one on the scenes.
The all-important HE and flash from Fear will probably send 2 or 3 players in through the window, maybe one through the door smoke. Rigon realizes that he needs to take some initiative, and he'll get deleted by Cypher. Back turn as we jump our way in to make yourself hard to hit, and Natew can't connect either. Poddy is forced back away. 3 players holding the angle. Bomb is already being defused. If he won this, it would be the biggest miracle in Counter-Strike history, and Cypher will finish it off.
Yeah, Cypher having a great game yesterday, we have to say. fnatic did play a good game of Counter-Strike. That overpass looked...
What a surprise. Guns for $1 yet again. Not tired? Stop wasting time and money on junk. With Hellcase, your inventory will turn into a fairy tale. Be smart like the terrorist.
Blamer is going to rotate around with that HE, can maybe throw that in deep towards shore, but Poddy's out mid. They're not expecting that. Not an easy flick to hit if you're Poddy, but he will miss it and have to fall back away behind Xbox. 30 seconds in this round now, and that could become awkward. Fear will manage to deal with SDY, and Poddy will in the end remove Cypher, which is a really good pick to take. And now 20 seconds. Keep an eye on that clock, because that's the biggest issue right now. Blamer is still lurking around mid. Sure, there is still one more player on B. That is Crims. 1 kill and wasting time would be exactly what he wants. He's trying to do exactly that. There's going to be a lurk out mid from Rigon. It does catch the rotation of Blamer, but Crims is doing a brilliant job.
No time.
He stayed alive, and that has forced Poddy away. Despite 2 kills from Poddy, there's no way he can pick up the bomb and get it planted. So fnatic will keep their clean sheet intact. Purely from the stats, it does reflect this, as I was kind of touching on before the pistol round, right? With how Crims has improved in the last month. But purely from the eye test as well, it seems like every single thing he does seems to be just a lot better. Delayed flash out long, though, there. Works for ENCE. It's a good pick for SDY, with helped out with the helpful flash from Miltsy. Takes Fear out of the round. Cypher does respond on Natew's aggression out mid. That could have gotten a bit hairy there, maybe. So 4v4 is a good one to wrestle back. And of course, with the weaponry available for ENCE in this round, you want to try and activate that Poddy AWP. If you are these pistols, can you get into an afterplant somehow and let him let rip?
Big issue is AK gets dropped in a position where you can't really pick it up, so now you're forced to go for that short XZ. Smoke coming up, a couple of flashes. You need to set up the AWP of Poddy.
Well, there is a tally onto a Blame F. That is something to work with. He'll play behind the site, wait for teammate flashes, and that's when he peeks. Well played, Jambo helps him out, and Jambo will get a frag of his own as well. Poddy may have found that trade, but 2v3. Jambo is still lurking around the site. SDY's going to have to try and hit a banger with the Deeg. And that could be the main thing that ruins ENCE's chances in this one, I'm afraid. They'll just look for the duels. There's SDY. He's going to drop down, switching back to the Tech 9 for more maneuverability than the Deagle, but it just drops into the grasp of Cypher. He's going to get the last kill as well. Very clean start to the game for fnatic, and especially for Cypher. 8 kills on the board, and ENCE just couldn't get in.
Also, they've been able to get 7 kills over 5 rounds combined. Yeah. So you're not even doing that much damage.
That's the most painful thing so far. Just Jambo and Cypher putting a stop to most of what ENCE tries to deliver, and Miltsy is kind of just lurking in no man's land there toward the bottom of Xbox. And look at the pressure going in from fnatic on the other side of Tons.
Oh my god.
Cypher just going straight through it. They're not expecting that whatsoever. Oh my word. W key from Cypher, giving ENCE no chance whatsoever. It's a return frag from Rigon, but he is more stuck than a stuck thing. And Crims will remove him just like that. Wow. It's a case of maybe just trying to tell the truth. Try and stay alive, lads. Try and stay up and give ourselves a chance in a 5v5 or any sort of afterplant at an even standpoint. Maybe from that secondary AWP, by the way. We'll get forced back away. But it's a good recovery.
Yeah, haven't seen that one in a while. Blame it for the nope. Might get even more than one. Blame if it's an over now, and he's just farming them down. Make it a double. Finally shut down by the pistol, though, and Crims is the last man standing. They switch positions.
Yeah, actually, Crims has done really well to stay up there. But in the end, cleared by SDY. And now that AWP picked up, he can play Car. Very difficult to remove a T player from Car. And SDY will deal with Jambo comfortably. That nade will be decent, but it won't remove him from the round. Fear 1v2. Got kits littered outside B to pick up. Might need one of those. He has not got one on his back at the moment.
SDY's moved. That's massive.
And that gives him a freebie. Oh no, Miltzy's 1 HP. Fear might just be able to win this purely from the 10-second defuse, but no. The nice maneuverability there with the Tech 9.
Depending on what's going on around the map, I want to go for something similar again.
It doesn't always feel like Fnatic have come into this game with an ideology of, okay, let's just continue peaking and continue putting pressure on them. And I mean, just look at that. When was the last time you saw Crims of all players dry peak mid? There's a little bit of utility there, but it wasn't too crazy for Miltzy to deal with. Poddy and SDY respond nicely in this round, but there's that Fear long push, and look how low Poddy is. Locked behind the door, and it's Jambo to finish him off. It forces Native to push forward in this 1v2. The bomb is under CT control. Jambo's got that up on the angle. It's a good jiggle out, and he sees his opponent on the catwalk, and he knows where Jambo is. A wallbang through mid doors. Now he knows Fear is on the angle, but Fear will not make a mistake in this 1v1. One bullet was required, and he will hit it.
Trying to play a really proactive CT side right now, fnatic.
Yeah. It's very entertaining as well. I do agree. I like what they're trying to put forth here. Not necessarily a map we see Fnatic play all the time. It's not their main pick, for example. But I do like it. Poddy just running out long, kind of somewhat in no man's land there. Gifting free taps away and bursts to Fnatic. But he's done well to recover the trades to make it a 3v3. Just messy from ENCE with how they go about these opening forays for map control at the moment.
Does he clear him?
Oh, doesn't clear it all the way.
He didn't. I think now he's thinking about it.
Jambo's sticking around though, and that's the main thing. And there we go, there's the intel. He's not going to get surprised. He goes straight in for the duel though. Confident is Jambo, but this time a bit humbled by Native. That allows ENCE the A bomb site. Cypher's got maybe a gap past that CT molly, but there'll be a re-molly in that position. I think they're calling it off because of the money situation on Fnatic. They've got a 7-1 lead, but these rounds have been close, so they need to save.
That looked like a moment of Jambo not clearing out an angle and someone dead telling him he could have been in the cubby. So he just turns around and he's like, okay, I'm going to be holding for my short position because we haven't really seen all of them in towards long either.
Yeah, it's definitely a decent map for Fnatic to have in their pool. As I said, it's not one that they tend to pick into, but it's just one of their like middle ground maps that they can perform well on, purely from their firepower and their sort of like thought processes. I had a chance to see that game against 9 the other day, and it was very impressive actually with the way they went about things. It's a faster B play from ENCE coming in here, and I don't think it's going to work out too well for them at all. That was incredibly disconnected, and now the bomb is lost on the site itself. It's in Crim's grasp, who is 9-3 by the way. Need to pick up on the smoke, and Crims will rightly shift away from that. Doesn't want to lose the man advantage.
Yeah. Just trying to delay as much as possible. Look at Fear already going in towards T-spawn. Even if they are able to pick up the bomb and go back, it doesn't really make that big of a difference. But the bomb is in such a position where you can't really get it and go. I mean, you need to commit, and Fear now has at least Poddy locked in, meaning Jambo can rotate back on. Crims has got vision on the bomb. How do you get back into a round like this one ends?
Yeah, it's just always these B players can look uncomfortable. When there are smokes and flashes and counter mollies, you don't know whether you want to go through them or not. Fear does get cleared though. The amount of time the round stayed silent for ENCE, they realised, okay, we could be getting flanked from spawn. Now they've got to get past Jambo and get past Crims, and there's more damage coming in from the nades. That follow-up nade could be decent, but Crims has gone down. All of a sudden, Jambo has to clutch it. SDY and Poddy both low. Little does Jambo know he could probably go to the pistol. But ENCE have found a very unlikely third.
There's a big question. Miltzy can try and go for one of those early long openings once again. Does Jambo realize? Surely you should know out middle they go and hit to blame F. He just collected a double.
Well, you'll be taking that one every day of the week. creeping up long. Jiggle peeked out by Fear, though. Stuck on site, however, needs to make sure he's aware of his surroundings. Got Jambo to support, and in the right place at the right time once again. Almost reacts to Rigon coming out long as well. So 1v4 it would be for Rigon. I've seen him do crazy things on Dust 2 in clutches. Notably for Big, and I covered him a couple of times last year. This is another opportunity for something special. Fear will go down, but now 23 HP. Thing is, though, he's got a whole minute to make a decision on what he wants to do. But Cypher will say no. 8-4 at half for fnatic. Could have been better, but it's still pretty good. Decision making from ENCE in terms of when they push out long, when they go toward mid to push up cat, some of their B play, some of their splits. I think dealing with it quite well right now, and they're going to try and use pure firepower in this pistol. miltz will look to take one tap and fall back away. He'll do exactly that. And Rigon is there to help as well. That smoke has not been used for the cross. I'm not sure why Jambo necessarily did jump across there without that smoke being down. And they've wasted extra time to allow this rotation to come through. A little bit too stagnated here, have fnatic been. Sure, missed shots from SDY. They've got them locked in, and in the end he'll make up for it to remove Blameout comfortably. miltz will run over Cypher. That was a bit mid from fnatic, that pistol. Yeah, the scout battle now, you know, is to be quite a fun duel between the two. And
there you go.
He only needs that scout. He will get put on notice by Jambo. Scout v scout. Usually we see AWP v AWP, but it's Poddy to best Fear. And Jambo couldn't get the response. That is the thing that when you see from so many players on Dust 2, you do go for that scout in that eco round, try and do some damage. They're definitely not 100% sure whether they want to go back or not yet. If they get this kill toward Poddy, oh, he's just going underneath the crosshair side, and this could surprise him, and it will. Could be more where that came from as well. Poddy will get all the information. He knows what fnatic are planning. Obviously not 100% aware if there's any long look coming through, but fnatic now know they have been seen, so might just as well burst out toward B. And it does work toward Natu. That's control of the site, and just like that, click of a finger, and we'll be winning this round.
They just lost 3 players in a matter of half a second there. That's absolutely nasty. And miltz, no kid to work with. The only
burst out toward B. And it does work toward Natu. That's control of the site, and just like that, click of a finger, they overrun B, and we'll be winning this round.
They just lost 3 players in a matter of half a second there. That's absolutely nasty. And miltz, no kid to work with. The only one dropped in front of the door. So regardless of that first pickup being a clean one onto Blameout, he needs to be so rapid with the remaining of the kills.
Oh, and Crims is rapid in response.
When Crims won a StarSeries event the last time, G2 consisted of AZ, Jacob, Rain, and Michaelele and Fox.
Yep. The team that would become FaZe, and Rain would stay there to this day. Crazy.
That's Counter-Strike history for everyone.
I don't know if BTN is formally 100% out of Nexus, but maybe Rain is now the last standing member of a player that's been signed to a team since 2015, 2016. Many, many hundreds of days on the same organization.
BTN
As is
Nexus.
Krins. Yep. Whoever wins goes through to the play, and whoever loses will have no chance at making the main event.
Nightsu's just hiding. This is a perfect bait. It's all about the timing. Oh, this is tricky. Cypher gets the first one, and he knows where the second player is as well. Rigon needs to hold on, and he's going to be alone for a little while.
Yeah. Just wasting the time is what it's all about for Rigon now. Even if he goes down to the Molotov, it's fine just to allow teammates to come through, and he's found Crims. That's very worth. That's a great job from Rigon. Fear now has to clutch a pretty much impossible 1v3. Instant first shot. What a reaction!
No.
This is now so winnable. Poddy's got the AWP, but he's managed to clear him with the USP. Fear's reactions there were unreal and almost a stunning 1v3, but Poddy says no. And then it almost felt like he was in the advantage.
Yeah,
Poddy.
and now look at the ENCE money, by the way. This is the reason Fnatic are investing so hard into some of those players, right? Blameout gets dropped over an AK. Jambo's got a scout. You want to keep that ENCE money low. You know you've done a lot of damage.
Oh, and Cypher, that's what he's trying to do.
Terrifying.
SDY will be removed, and for Poddy, this is now very awkward. He's been able to get away at least. Reposition to a more favourable angle. Flash in. Miltzy's going to go looking for information. I like the proactivity, and he gets 2. That's brilliant from Miltzy and Poddy. The Finnish connection on a Finnish organization. I know I'm getting a bit excited over what are supposed eco kills, but this is critical work here to keep ENCE level with the threat that fnatic pose from these scouts and AKs, and it's not done yet. Poddy's tagged down to 7.
Look at HP.
They're going to try and jump the bomb over, chuck it over the CT cross. The thing is, there's just so much manpower in CT, it might be difficult to get across. And Blamer is trying his absolute damnedest, and Jambo's got that kill as well. They have to go for the kills, and Poddy's hiding. Oh, they're going to win via timeout. ENCE, they get away with murder on very, very low health. fnatic keeping the pressure up. And ENCE getting away with that round win is actually quite impressive, despite what it's done to the future funds. And that is a big win for Poddy. The classic pick through mid doors on Dust 2. You expect Jambo to get away with those.
They've got mollies. They can molly Night2 out.
They go through. Night2 in the corner, not being cleared, and he'll get both. Cypher and Crims will drop. No chance for Blame to get through. Should go down, honestly, but just gets away. Stuck in tons. Will have to go for the kills to fight his way out. He'll just get through towards spawn, but I don't think he's long for this world. Kill him after time, maybe? If you are Miltzy. Nope. Doesn't get it done. They can still put a lot of punish in for this one, and they're going to look for the last few ticks of the round, but Blame just about survives. Again, time low, by the way. I say low. I mean, 30 seconds is still plenty to make your move, but the bomb is still top mid. You would presume that it's a mid to B or a short play. With 2 coming up mid doors, it's definitely going to be a B play now. The Lurk is in position to stop that advance, but Rigon's doing a great job. Look at the flash support he's got as well. Rigon's got 3 kills from that. Not many bullets left for that third, but he still finds a way to take it, and ENCE find the round with 4 up.
No bomb plan means that fnatic will, at this point, being 9-11 down, they still have to go for the investment, but it won't be a perfect one. At least, Blame of getting an opening is good, but Fear has been dropped in the meantime.
Can they get something going here? Need to break that cross. Incendiary won't do a whole lot, but it does make them push wider if they want to go for it. It will be smoke now. So that will mean nothing, but a boost for Naty, that could be big. And I do think that's going to stop them on this cross, but he just can't see anything. That smoke has allowed them to look and Blame F. Oh my god, what a ridiculous hard clear. SDY on site, MP9 might need 2 kills now, but Poddy is here in support as well. Plenty of damage, but Blame F is still doing so much work. How have fnatic forced their way into a 10th round? Poddy has to run.
Unfortunately, I think that's one of those moments where Blame is just looking for short, and then he just goes for the peak, and you're right in front of him, and
we're no closer to finding out who's going to take Dust 2 in this decider match.
Oh,
loser goes out, winner goes through to those players. SDY can be caught out here. He's got no idea Jambo's out mid, and he'll change up a little variation for fnatic. He's going to put a lot of pressure on toward B. Jambo knows there's 1 player in the smoke, but Rigon on car has gone unchecked. He will go down though, so it's down to Naty. Cypher will drop at the hands of him, and he looks for Crims as well, but Crims reacts. And honestly, fnatic are living vicariously off of some crazy headshots right now.
Mid player spotted. Milty will drop Blame if you can still give this one a go. Poddy has got a no, but switches to the rifle. This is still doable, friends.
But Crims goes aggressive. The flash from Fear is such a good idea to do when you're low anyway. Try and make something happen. And Miltzy is going to fall back. He's got a kit. He could play some exit kills if he wanted to. And there we go. He's going to find Crims. But no time for that defuse, obviously. It's a pure experiment to try and kill everyone on fnatic. There's a gun to retrieve as well there. And Fear now. He now knows what's going on. Can he get the kill and grab the orb? That would be nice. Fear actually goes down to the bomb. Never mind. He was close enough to the site. This is the big round. This is it. 11 all. SDY playing on the front foot on short. He's being looked for by Blame F, and he will get the information, but he doesn't know about Rigon, and Rigon's got the opener. 7 HP, smokes himself off, keeps himself alive. Molotov will just force him to push, and it actually gets Cypher the kill, and then Jambo just swings from top mid. It's a great catch, and just like that, ENCE, who looked comfortable at 11-9, are 2 frags away from going down 12-11. A push to the smoke has to come
Good
through from
push.
Miltsy. He's making a play. I really like it, and he's able to catch Jambo. But they need a little bit more than that. The bomb is still making its way through long. You can see it on the radar right now. They might have control of the site in about 2 seconds. A little bit dangerous when you want to cross, of course. They have got across. Native's going to have to do something special. A Hail Mary jump shot, maybe. It's his only option, and he tries it. Goodness gracious, it wasn't too far away, even though he was kind of lost in the smoke. They now know he's there.
Let's try it again.
Gonna keep on giving it a go, but the RNG's just not going his way, and Cypher will put a stop to it. Triple kill for him, 20 kills on the board. fnatic, map point.
Double MP9, double FAMAS, 1 scout. This is all that ENCE have got. It's been a really hard fought for map here for fnatic, but they finally get their map point.
Oh, Natu, that's incredible that Cypher's able to catch that. Been back and forth. Great flash into one mid, actually. Blame completely blinded by that. Natu is fighting with Rig on, and Blame will peek into 2, but still finds the headshot. Pretty much same tick of the round as when he gets traded, and he keeps it into a 3v3. Fear, with that frag, 24 health to spare. Will Crims lurk out long? And if he does he check his close left? Oh, he's going to. Miltsy will be so frustrated by that. And it's a scout and an MP9 to keep ENCE in the map. And Jambo has just hard cleared it. Fear will be dropped the AWP on low HP and taking every single, I guess you could say, protocol here to get this map over the line. SDY needs a 1v3 with an MP9, and he's pretty much on the wrong side of the map still. He'll finally make his way up towards short. But Fear's going to have the line. The bomb will be planted from Jambo. And fnatic have really ground this one out. ENCE are in a great position at 11-9. But there's the information. It's 1, but it's only the low HP player. And Jambo and Crims should have this one on lock. A great game between the both of them. Just one more headshot to close it out, and Jambo will do just that. That was not easy by any stretch of the imagination for fnatic, but they continue to find a way. I think we've got some sound right now, so I'll try and fix that for you in a moment. A bit quiet for you, and maybe me as well. SDY will get the second chance and remove Cypher.
It's quite an important start to the map here for the side of ENCE. As we pointed out, fnatic's train has been quite reliable lately. And Miltsy trying to get involved with the action. Gonna get gooshed up.
SDY will push their way through, and Blame F will manage to tap down SDY. No chance on that one. That will give them a chance at the bomb plant. Poddy will try and respond, though. Rigon's found Blame anyway. The bomb's not even down yet. Rigon's going to try and really push the issue. Not sure if Fear has any idea that he's directly above you. And ENCE will keep the pressure up, and it will work out for them. Quick CT pistol in their belt.
Yeah, Poddy with a double Regal with 2 more and SDY with another one. As we said, it is really important to see what role Regon is going to be playing on that CT side. Presumably himself and Miltsy both want to get as involved in the action as possible. There's the replay. Keep those A players occupied, but actually still playing this one pretty passively with Poddy. Should realize any moment now that's a B play.
Yeah, good information there. Seeing a little gap from Cloud that they're out ramp. The nades will definitely telegraph that, but Cypher will just push straight through them.
Already.
All right, backside control. Crims finds Poddy, and they're out of there. Very simple for fnatic, but it works.
Yeah, I mean, you need to go and save as straight as that. It felt like both Poddy and Naitu were playing this one safe and wanted to go for the retake approach, but then they just get run down a little bit too quick.
SDY having a little peek in toward Ivy. Fair. We'll rotate back toward the stairs to walk into Brown Halls. We've got 4 players here, actually, for fnatic. Cypher looking to play inside of that smoke. Are they going to go for a burst again? I do know that fnatic do love their B executes. They've been pretty solid with them, and there's only really 2 players here to defend it as they go through the smoke into a con. And Crims just wins his duel against Natu. Miltsy might have found Cypher, but Jambo just keeping them at bay with all these flashes. I don't think that Incendiary should spread toward the Heaven position. Miltsy needs to deliver. Crim's low HP will push forward and only just spins back around in time to find Crims. SDY finds Fear, so Jambo's going to need to activate, and he will. He'll also fall down to try and help out his teammate, as he knows where Miltsy is. Now they need to know where that flank's coming from, and SDY will manage to jiggle out Blame F. It's all Jambo, and he's only very low HP. Very hard to do anything from here, and Poddy will clear him. ENCE, that's a great recovery on that B retake. There weren't really any proper crossfires. It was more just ducking and diving. I don't think Jambo wanted to drop down from heaven, but he felt like he had to help out Blame F on site. So yeah, not everything going as they would have wanted just yet. Poddy staying super aggressive toward the heaven position though. He's pushed all the way through to try and look for a frag, but it's Miltsy to start off the game, or the round, on Blame F. Cypher tagged down to 22 as well, as we can see through the X-ray. Fear might be out, and Miltsy will know he can't really go in for another fight because of that. Oh, that's real nice from Rigon.
It's very risky, climbing on top of red like this. Truthfully, Rigon's style going for the kill, with Miltsy just going to pre-fire Cypher on the wall bang. Crim's the only one to find the kill, and he's going to try and make this one as expensive as possible, but ENCE really shut the door in towards that A bomb site. 9-2 with the final couple shots is 4 alive for the side of ENCE. This defense is looking really solid.
And just swings and pre-fires exactly where that is. Can't even really see Cypher, but he hits the headshot through the corner of it all. It puts fnatic down to a lower investment round here. Blame does have an AK, but Poddy is doing his best job at holding on to Ivy. Crims has a chance to headshot him though, and yes, that angle will work out. He saw maybe a shin of Crims, and now he can't see anything because he's dead.
Yeah, surprise Poddy wanted to stay on that angle there with the op. Crims able to punish. And now fnatic have gotten themselves the opportunity to get a couple more kills. Blame has got armor and an AK. Hello.
Oh, and okay, Crims.
No.
All right. Just hit another banger then. Why not?
Right. This is just turned from let's do a little bit of damage to let's win the round, boys, shall we? I mean, we've already gotten 3 kills. We've got 3 alive as well. We've got the advantage. Why not?
I like the change up. For ENCE, it's a case of do you just gamble on B, play it together, and go for a retake toward A if they go elsewhere. But Miltsy's not going to do that. He's going to fight toward Ivy, and he's going to get a back turn. He sees a second as well, looking for both. He gets both. That's brilliant from Miltsy. That gives Nate2 more than a good chance at winning this 1v1. Fear has got time against him somewhat with 19 seconds. Going to choose the AWP, actually. Thankfully, the gamble from Nate2 is still that he's going to go B. Unfortunately for him, Fear will stick himself on A, get that bomb down, and try and maneuver around with this AWP. Actually, maybe a surprise that he's taking the AWP here. He's still full health. If he was low, I'd get it. But the AK is certainly more maneuverable. Maybe it's due to the lack of armor on Fear. Holding the gap angle between the trains. You can see that Nate2 is moving in now. He's going to go for a hold. And honestly, why not stick it in this sort of scenario? Leg seen, but it's only a tag. Can you believe it? If he was any lower, that would have been a kill, and that would have been Fear's round. And Nate2 does the right thing. Doesn't get spooked off that defuse and just goes for it straight up when he knows it's a 1v1 in that situation. Poddy, very low as he goes for that pick in toward Pop. But gets away. Oh, Blame. Blame F! How have you got away with that? They're going to charge him to B off the back of it, but it's still a chance for Nate2 to deliver, but Crims will pounce. And Poddy will go down to Cypher anyway. I don't mind that change up from ENCE, Ted. I really like main aggression, but Blame F just was better. Simple as that. Look at that. Even closes the round out as well.
I mean, can you really say that they did anything wrong there, ENCE, or they just got at least more than before?
Yeah. And fnatic will know a good number of T rounds is exactly what will probably get in this game 1-2-0. Miltsy is going to deal with Cypher, but Crims has crept out on that timing. Miltsy did just check T main and missed that timing on it. Rigon's 1 HP, but he's saved by SDY. Flame's grenade will remove him at least. So we're still in a 3v3.
still a tough one. Nades go out. Night 2 already on that rotation. And look at Pody, who's pushing all the way in towards Pop right now. If fnatic want to go back, he's in prime spot to deny him. I don't really think they do, though. The bomb is out in towards the back of red.
A great chance to close around here for Poddy. Jambo's going to have no clue. Does he play Trigger Discipline? He's going to see 2. Surely he gets the 2 as well. That's what you'd always think. And he does recover it. Well played, Poddy. That activates an A2, of course. There's no way you wouldn't get the rotations in. You had all the information in the world. Oh my goodness, Rigon gonna get caught here. fnatic turning up the pace toward A. They've gone for these faster A plays, but not really with the whole squad. Look how deep Crims is toward Ivy. Jambo's nade does remove SDY, who would have been Crims' next victim. But he is behind the play. Could even creep through backside here. Back bomb, and that could catch not just Natu, if he still just staying solid in that pop position. And miltz might just catch a great timing though.
Beating the
catch Fear, and Crims can't get away. We'll try and find miltz. Now he knows that Natu was that pop player for so long. Actually, it's a 1v1. Very winnable, and now he's got him locked in towards that E-box position. But Natu just hits his shot. ENCE changing up their aggression in this half. We saw a couple of bits of it, of course, toward T-Con. That's where BlameF punished them. Trying at Ivy a couple of times as well. And Poddy once again from that back box position in heaven. Those are the new boxes that were added, of course, alongside 2 others on this map. Using them to good effect. Tight angle that's hard to clear out if you're a T player without utility. Standoff in Ivy between Cypher and SDY. He's going to move away. And of course, Cypher will very much hear all of this. Very annoying for Fear to go down through the smoke. But Cypher on 39 HP, can you really react? I'm not sure you can now. It's a bit too late. Natu will deal with Jambo as well. It leaves BlameF last alive. ENCE are really putting in a solid CT side here.
Yeah, and this is the money for fnatic as well for the potentially last round of the half. So Blame, you either win a 1v5 or you could be staying on 3 rounds at the end of that T side, and it's not going to happen, not without elevated angle coming out of Night 2, who's had a couple really good rounds. And
But that turns into a 9-3 half for ENCE, and I think they'll be a lot happier, that's for sure. Poddy's gone all the way through here toward Pop, and actually not a single T player on fnatic keeping an eye on this. miltz will find one when does Poddy activate. The answer's now, and he gets himself his 1. The trade from Cypher, but Poddy will just continue to catch them. He's everywhere. And Cypher is very stuck. 1 bullet from death. It's 9 on CT for ENCE, and that is a great bounce back. Fear and Ted are on the right wavelength, that's for sure. Shout out production.
I mean, he really isn't on train. He's got 3 rounds.
I mean, yes. For personal health, right wavelength. For winning this game, maybe not so much. Also only going 2 and 9. And now there's a lot for them to hold on to over toward B. Cypher only gets 1 click, and oh my goodness, Crims! Alright. He's taken Natu, he's taken Rigon. He's now on for a 1v4, it would be, pretty much. He was all alone toward heaven for a long period of time. He's going to clear up miltz and SDY. And these annoying headshot angles on site are so difficult to remove. Especially when T players are ducking and diving on those headshot angles. He's dropped down. They're very much aware that he's dropped down. Might not matter. It's a stunning click on SDY. miltz is known about toward the sidewalk. 2 bullets in the clip left for Crims. Can he run him down? The answer's no. miltz holds on. It's a real nice try from Crims. But ENCE keep on trucking.
They want to be playing tomorrow for a spot in Budapest, and they are ready to fight for it. And it's been a team effort. Fantastic performances coming out of miltz, SDY, Pody, Night2, Rigon hasn't really had too many moments, but it doesn't really feel like he's needed at this point. Everything that the team is doing is working out perfectly.
Oh my
including
goodness.
that. Jambo was just waiting for a flash that never came.
Crazy. Cypher just tries to hold W. fnatic, you can tell, a little bit checked out of train here. They know they need to put all their focus in on Ancient. It's all going to come down. Crims stuck in Pop. We all know what's going to be happening here, I'm afraid. And a great game, Crims. I mean, he and BlameF, 28 kills between them. Jambo, Fear, and Cypher, 12 kills between them. Pretty crazy, the difference there. But ENCE will not care one jot about that. Very clean train. Ancient, it is. And we've already got a run in toward these the mid position for ENCE. Straight through lane, up through red. And Cypher's got a lot to deliver.
Yeah, gotta be tapping away. First one on the updated version as well. Naitu able to shut him down into our CT, and that means that Blamev needs to focus the majority of his attention towards the back lines. Able to get one refrag instantaneous, and Recon is having the time of his life. Low HP on a lot of those ENCE members, but Jambo still has 3 of them to find if he wants to clutch up.
Yeah, all around the world for ENCE, just using the manpower, using the aggression, but Jambo should never be counted out of these. And Rigon is smartly trying to hop away and play Ring Around the Rosie because you don't want to give Jambo any freebies. That flash will try and keep Jambo at bay, but the kit's been retrieved. He can try and be a bit of a nuisance here. He's going to look to hold it. He's going to be right to the left.
No.
Head down. No,
Boys?
no!
No!
How have you allowed that, ENCE? Jambo gets away with a crazy defuse.
He just stuck it right in front of you.
Indeed.
Thankfully, we've got a lot of nice folks creating content about all of that. Jambo keeping it going after the previous one. Regon will respond in towards Cave, and this is still going to be a B play coming out of the T side. Low HP on some of those players, though.
Cypher. It's coming his way, but the flash from Natu. He sets up Rigon and then just hits a banger on Cypher himself. B bomb site overrun, just like that. ENCE put the disappointment of the pistol out of their mind. And that is a great skill as a team and as a professional. Be able to go straight into the next round and just win it straight up. It's a release of energy that can help you, at least mentally, for a little bit. As long as it's not an incessant habit. Nice angle from Poddy. Really good, like, default position to put yourself in. You got Dinks, sure, but it's a very hard one to pre-aim on that little ledge outside A main.
That's tough for fnatic. Only thing that's saving you right now is the fact that the T's don't really believe that Blamev would have been going for something that aggressive if he was all alone in towards the A-bomb side. That's going to give him time to go in towards Shelf and actually get into a fight that Cypher is winning with the 5-7 on that distance.
That is crazy. Okay, I thought ENCE were in a good position. They just decided to play, again, a bit of patience to see if fnatic look for a recovery. They did get the recovery. Spotted it out. A lot of damage has been taken, and Cypher's got one more, by the way. And look at this flank from Fear. It's a UMP, which would be at a weird range. And Jambo, he's going to deny the plant through the smoke.
Gonna be careful about Red. The moment that you don't see him out middle, you know he's just on a bit of a maintenance, waiting in towards Donut. Do they read into it? Does Fear stay around? He should.
Yeah, drop down. Oh, does get the drop on Poddy, but can't complete it with that. So it's down to Jambo. If there's any safe pair of hands, I would hope it would probably be Jambo in this sort of situation. Poddy, leg stuck out, but Jambo's not aggressing, and the patience pays off. Realizes that Poddy's probably just going to slowly expose himself. Yeah, I think it's fair to say that Poddy was probably a bit of a disappointment for many on ENCE. He had a great start, of course, to that career. You mentioned it earlier, winning that Elisa event. Oh, the overrun in mid. Crims will go down to SDY, and then Cypher, he goes for his swing. He looks to try and respond and get one, but can't get really anything at all. One will go down now. ENCE are going to confirm a 2-2.
The good thing is, you wouldn't want it any other way, because this matchup is really important for both sides, right?
A bit of damage taken by SDY.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I definitely think the same.
Alright, man. Mac 10 is going to push through, but Jambo with the AK. Alright. SDY actually wasn't the first to go in. Of course, he's lurking around elsewhere right now, but he might need to help out. Lots of damage taken to these Molotovs, but Jambo is on an absolute tear! What is this?
Rampage!
4 headshots! Okay. I see you, Jambo.
He's on a rampage. Everyone sees him. Everyone fears him.
Fear is looking for that lurk of SDY at this point. Just give Jambo the ace. But Phil want to keep himself alive, that's for sure. And there we go. All 5 alive for Fnatic in that round. Can you believe it? And it's all down to big boy Jambo.
Look at how clean those taps are. Look at how clean the headshots are. Jambo's just on an absolute rampage. Going through the smoke with a flash. No one was really blinded, though.
Well, Jambo's been pretty cheeky so far in this game, hasn't he? That defuse on the pistol, and now that. SDY is so blind. Oh my god. He almost got himself into one of the back mid boxes. Despite having 3 players on his screen at one point. Jambo stuck in the corner. They're going to hard clear him. They're distracted by the cave player. Cypher will get his 1-for-1. Jambo needs to be careful. He's doing a good job. He's found 1 more. Make it 2 more. It activates BlameF to get into position. And we know that Fnatic have not had a good run on Ancient lately. But if they've got Jambo playing like this.
A bit of an advantage here for Jambo, who's got his out.
I'm going to be thinking about that Jambo 4K for a while. It's the way he brute forced the 3rd and the 4th was unreal. miltzy's holding for the aggression coming through Jag, though. I mean, that's just the freest 2 headshots you could ever wish to have. You've got to be wary when Jambo is prowling. We'll actually rotate back round to B. Fnatic are going to take the gamble by the looks of things. They are sending in Rigon to go for a search over toward B, a foray. And Jambo realizes that now they know he's there. Probably just going to rotate over toward A. But he's here very, very quickly. Can he have an opportunity to do even more work?
There you go.
miltzy will catch the brunt of it. Back into a 3v3. 12-2 in the game for Jambo. Bomb will go down. And Cypher, oh, that was an important one. If he found that frag, that retake was so on. They've still got a smoke. And Blame still has a kit, by the way. We've seen shenanigans already in this game. For Fnatic and their diffuses. But in a 2v3, are you still going to give it a look? With the money in the bank, I think they are going to. Maybe a late attempt to catch ENCE off guard. I do like these decisions, but now a missed shot's come through. And that's going to be the call to fall back. But Fnatic, 5-3 lead. ENCE will finally grab hold of that round and won't let go of it. Oh, Rigon's going to get peppered by so much util. It breaks the smoke, but Fear doesn't see him on the right. So Rigon gets a sight line. Early pick, 5v4.
Yeah, that's twice now you haven't realized that a player has crossed towards the right-hand side. And again, Cypher didn't see Rigon. They might assume the right-hand side is free. Someone might just walk in.
Oh, my word. And he can easily play Trigger Discipline to get 2 kills. He knows that it's still 2 on B. Has he got both? He's got both, baby. 200 AQ from Rigon. Even on the low HP, nerves of steel. That'll be 4 for ENCE.
And Rigon's on an absolute terror right now. He's like a ghost. They just can't see him.
Blame will get found by Nade2. Actually, an important hunt here for ENCE. Don't necessarily need to. Building up a bit of money for themselves would be nice, but yeah, leaving Crims as the only man alive is pretty impactful. They can buy Fnatic.
You've got the rifles, but the util is low, and if you lose this when you're going through a bit of a harsh reset, and the money for Fnatic a couple rounds ago was pretty much perfect. Not the case anymore.
Rigon. This is a little bit better
There you go.
for Fnatic. They just play a little bit further back, right? They lure ENCE in toward Jaguar, but they'll take a big bite out of them. 5v3. SDY caught as he looks behind him. As BlameF takes a little bit of a forage forward. Finds his 5th kill of the game. And Cypher, annoying for Nade2. Poddy letting that one happen, but this round was already too far gone anyway.
There you go. This first half can still end up being a pretty harsh one. You lose this one, and 8-4 is pretty much in reach still for the side of Fnatic.
On deep Molly, Cypher looking to fight forward, but that's a bit of an overflick. A bit shaky from Cypher, but it might not matter. Oh my word, this round, we have 1 minute 30, and it's a 1v2 for Jambo. An amazing collapse on mid from ENCE.
He's walked past it. Okay,
there we go.
There it is.
But I don't think he's going to give it a look. We know Jambo, Ted, even with an AWP and low money, he will maybe try something a little bit crazy and will go for these ninjas. We saw it on Passion UA against Spirit famously.
He's been the only one making the difference in quite a spectacular fashion so far for the side of fnatic. Look at that, pushing towards the ramp. Bomb has been spotted. You want to go deeper?
Might not expect Cypher so close, and there we go. Headshot. He's actually been able to nab the AK as well when it was inside of that smoke. Quite happy to get away with that, but miltzy wants to keep the pressure up. They're not expecting him to lurk up, and Cypher's done really well, actually. To get one more from that is impressive, and then Jambo advances forward. FAMAS gets that kill. And the bomb is in total CT control on lane.
That should be a 7-5. Crimson towards elbow as well. You're never hard clearing that angle if you're SDY. Probably overlook it. Actually, might actually be looking. Nope. Nope. Completely blindsided. Crims just has to turn around. He's gonna spot him out. And the 5-7 is good for the kill. There goes Naitu. There's the information as well, and it's either a French 1v2 here for Naitu, or this one is going to be a 7-5 halftime. Jambo with a lovely angle to work with, and it's another Jambo multi-kill to give fnatic 7. Those are going to be the last 4 best of 3s of the close qualifier for direct spots into the main event in Budapest. Pistol rounds already started. fnatic on the T side, out B. Not much resistance.
Oh, but yeah, talking about resistance, they're going to push the issue, fnatic, and Cypher, Blameth, and Jambo. Do not let SDY or Rigon breathe. 4v2. Natu continuing to get tagged down as well. 3 players are about to charge his way. He's doing a good job at actually isolating some of these fights. Jambo now close right. With no kit, we know this round is not going ENCE's way. Looking for kills to get some bonus cash. A2 will not be allowed anymore. Blameth taps him down. Poddy, a long way away. 8-5 fnatic. Important T-pistol. And they'll be looking to try and avoid a forced by war. Going into the second half.
Even if you want to go back to the time when he was in Complexity, Blameth always been a player I feel like that has been a lot more comfortable with playing LAN Counter-Strike in comparison to online, even though infamously he did become quite good online. I think where his energy could be contagious to his teammates, this is where he does his best work.
Yeah. It's an annoying start for Blame, though. What did I say about, Blame being more of an aggressive player in the modern day? Example of him going out first there against the Force Spire. Difficult round to beat. But he gets spammed down. Poddy, FAMAS, 2 players coming his way. Shift peeking into it. Always dangerous if you're Crims, and he does drop. And Rigon in the corner. Jambo will go down. SDY surprises Cypher. It's down to Fear to do all the damage here. It's a 1v2 left. He doesn't get taken down from behind. No damage taken either.
He's moving around as if he can make an educated guess. They're either playing this one together or miltzy's in towards B, and the bomb will go down. Naitu might not really want to risk going forward and giving away a 1v1.
Oh, he knows, though.
He's faked
Well,
the
maybe
stats.
not. Footsteps faked, and that could draw Natu into the open, but now there's the information. Good jiggle. Experience there from the young Frenchman. And the duel is trying to be taken by Fear to try and make it a 1v1, trying to make it easier. Nades goes a little bit deep, but does enough damage to make it annoying for Cypher.
It's massive.
Oh, Poddy. Playing close as that smoke is about to fade, but he's just not in the corner in time. That's like misjudgment, perhaps, when that smoke was going to fade from Poddy.
That's problematic. Kid dropped in towards red as well. If you lose the bomb side, it's really difficult to get that one on board. Crims will drop SDY. Still 1 player in towards Donut, but eyes on Blameth. In towards CT. Falls down without a kill.
That's big. Crims is doing a great job, though. And Jambo! Oh, my word. So reliable.
That's why everyone's getting hyped up when fnatic announced that they're picking up Jambo, by the way. That's the money signing right there, and he's showing why.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Blame got the opening, but miltzy spamming down through the wood, and Natu almost finds 2 from that somehow. Poddy's hearing a lot of what's going on. Gonna have to get a quick rotation over toward A, be the only one there. And it's moving quite quickly. We've got mid control and a chance to push back through Donut. And Jambo's having to look in two separate positions. But the utility is good. It's kept ENCE at bay for now.
Eyes on main. Look at that flank. Fear needs to get the kill on Milty.
Problem is, though, he's 1 HP. He'll get taken down comfortably. It's going to force Crims forward. With Crimson Jambo last round. Can it be Crimson Jambo again? Big damage. Now focusing on that big flank player when he walks into Poddy. It's down to Jambo again. If there was ever a man who could do it, you feel it could be Jambo. But in the end, ENCE jiggle him out well. They don't give him a full fight. And ENCE do have this defuse in time. It's going to be 9-8.
ENCE, though, in a good position to get another one on the board. Blame the only rifle and a full-on A-rush. 90 heard the steps already. He knows.
Nade should be decent, but he needs to make sure he stays alive, and he's not going to. Gets completely overrun, and they're just going to put 3 into a donut straight away. M4 picked up, bomb down already. It's one of those which is really awkward for ENCE. We know how retakeable A is. One of the most retakeable bomb site in the entirety of the game. But with so many numbers, it's hard to run them down. Thankfully, SDY is doing an incredible job. He will eventually go down to Crims and that pistol running through. He's picked up an AK as Crims. 1v2. It's getting manic now between these two. But Milty will restore some normality. Good recovery. 9-all. And as we all know, I'm sure Neo knows this, British heat is just different than any other heat in the world. Poddy in mid, playing in the cubby. Will manage to remove BlameF as he tries to force his way out mid. SDY very blind. But will get away.
That's a big opening. BlameF, he's been having a much more quiet performance here in comparison to the previous 2 maps. Hasn't really been able to get it going. We can say the same for Crims. Jambo's still trying his absolute damnness to push them through, but look at how proactive ENCE are being on that CT side. Double pushing towards A. Main player spotted on B. You can block them off. The more time fnatic wastes right now, the closer ENCE will be and the more ready they will be for that B play. Okay.
Okay. The adjustment from Cypher is dirty. And that is such an important recovery frag as well.
They're still
Even
coming.
Standpoint again. And we are still lurking in toward B, but look at ENCE right now on the map. They're clearing out bottom mid. They know it's completely open.
On a wallbang again.
Another wallbang. And Poddy is like, wait, okay, I just lost 2 of my site mates through pretty much no fault of theirs. I've got some work to do. He finds 1. There's that flank from SDY. It's a big kill on Fear. IGL bests IGL. And it's Jambo and Crims again. Not the first time I've said that in a 2vx, but they're going to try and do it all over again. And Jambo, 22 kills in the game, trying another attempt at a big clutch. More health than Poddy. Dancing around default, but not enough bullets. And Poddy, oh, it's going to be close, you know. Keep an eye at the top of your screen. He's got it. He's the only player positive for his team.
Ooh. Need a little bit of support. Unfortunately, that support won't be coming in from Crims this time around. And that is a full investment out of fnatic as well, by the way. That's a full-on buy. Tap on the bomb. They can't really plant anymore, not with so many CTs around. Thing is, if the bomb can somehow make its way back in towards B, this round could be on. Look at BlameF.
Oh my goodness, so does he check?
I was looking.
He's got 2 players in front of him, and he's got both.
Goodness.
And Cypher, 1 is still on Rigon as well. Rigon was keeping an eye on that. Oh my word, what an incredible bit of maneuverability across the map from fnatic after they had taken A. It's still not done, but the bomb can go back to B, be planted safely. And Nade2 and SDY's rotations should just be cut off. If fnatic are going to fall back and play the 3 on site properly, and there's some information for Blame.
I mean, do you go for this? If you're ENCE, you don't have a kit, SDY is low, you've got no money in the bank accounts, this is an important call to be made. I mean, sure, you don't want to give away a 5v3 like this, but is it really worth it losing those rifles?
Yeah, you got to save. Charging in toward B and getting an advanced angle after fnatic had charged in toward A. That opened up the other portions. It was a slight over-rotation, you could argue. And here is that double kill from BlameF.
Still enough money for the reinvestments, but as we approach round number 21, we approach the end of this map. Every single round becomes so much more important. And there goes Poddy, opening kill. Striking down Fear. That's the bomb dropped as well. That gives you a little bit of information right now. You know fnatic were setting up for a B play.
Oh, but Jambo has caught Nade2 just jump spotting in red.
Going back. You spotted the Oper in towards that B-bomb side. You know Nightew's dead, so there must be only one guy on A. Best case scenario, and you know the Oper's not going to be here. They're taking a little bit of time, though, and Recon will move a little bit closer.
Yeah, Rigon's going to be here in decent time, you would think. It's a weird position for SDY because he's obviously going to have to be worried about main. He goes for the looking donut, but Blame is faster. A really important kill. You know, he's up to that positive KD that I said that fnatic needed to help out Jambo. Rigon playing in the smoke. But not really anything he can do in a 3v4. Blame just waits for that smoke to fade. It's a free kill. fnatic did this on Dust 2. It was 11-10, or 11-9 actually, I think, to ENCE. fnatic pulled it back and won it 13-11 in the business end of the game.
We might be far away from it. With how close this game has been, an OT doesn't seem that far-fetched.
Blame is edging the smoke, bottom mid. He's about to be able to make his way through, and Miltsy goes for something outside B. Cypher puts a stop to it. Rigon with the MP9, very difficult from this angle to make that MP9 sing, and he only just manages to get away. Poddy gets his one, but Jambo is there, ever reliable on the trade! And Natu is barely showing a pixel! But Jambo just doesn't need any extra invitation. Crims finds Rigon. fnatic are 1 round away.
Ever have a Jambo 26 and 10 performance in those previous games, and look at him go right now. You could argue that if it wasn't for him, they probably wouldn't have been here, but who really gives a damn about it? Jambo's just making the impossible happen right now in the server, and talk about fortunate fear through the smoke to shut down SDY.
Unbelievable. Things are definitely going fnatic's way. The wall bangs in particular. You can never guarantee those kills. You can just educate the guesswork on those. They're finding answers. And Crims is keeping an eye on that mid push from behind. He does well to find at least the one. It retains the man advantage. Fear finds the trade. Rigon needs something crazy, and Jambo will even stop that one. Cypher waits for the aggression, and fnatic are through to those play-ins. An unbelievable map 3 from Jambo. That is one to remember.
What a surprise. Guns for $1 yet again. Not tired? Stop wasting time and money on junk. With Hellcase, your inventory will turn into a fairy tale. Be smart like the terrorist.